Man was getting ready for a blind date, but unexpectedly, he got stepped on by a child running across the street, just as he was about to lose his patience and get angry. In the next second, the boy was knocked down in the middle of the road. Amidst the man's panic and confusion, a girl rushed over. After briefly observing the boy's condition, she comforted his family, assuring them that the child was just frightened. Without hesitation, she urged them to call an ambulance. She swiftly tore off her own scarf to dress the boy's wound, and at that moment, the boy slowly regained consciousness. Upon hearing the child's sobbing cries, the people around finally breathed a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, the man arrived at the designated location, waiting for his blind date to arrive. But to his surprise, his blind date turned out to be the brave girl who appeared on the roadside earlier. Facing the girl who had been late for a long time, the man showed no signs of complaint, wearing a joyful expression on his face. Little did he know, the girl's purpose for coming was to sabotage this blind date for her best friend. To achieve her goal more effectively, she began her performance worthy of an actress. She started by grabbing a glass of beer, and without a second thought, she chugged it down. The man, without waiting for the girl's consent, immediately followed suit and chugged his drink as well. This unexpected move left the girl bewildered, wondering why this guy wasn't following the usual script. Curious, the girl asked him if he came here today looking for a marriage partner, but the man replied that marriage was usually the purpose of blind dates, implying whether she had any other intentions. The girl never expected that her well-prepared plan would be effortlessly unraveled by the man. While she was contemplating how to deal with him, the man suggested going out for dinner together, and this gave the girl a slight opportunity. Using the pretext of having a meal, she directly took the man to a rundown old restaurant, with dirty spoons covered in stains, and cockroaches visible everywhere. Now, it seemed unlikely that any wealthy suitor could endure this. As the woman looked at the man before her, her satisfaction was evident in her heart. However, the man's next actions left her dumbfounded. Not only did he eat the food without any disgust, but he also claimed to have grown up, living such a life since childhood, despite his polished appearance. In reality, during his childhood, he survived by eating leftovers from others. Although this revelation caused a slight ripple in the girl's heart, in order to achieve her friend's goal, she decided to use her trump card to deal with the man. So, they went to an upscale shopping mall, specifically selecting the most expensive clothing for the man to pay for. She thought this would make him back off, but to her surprise, the man not only showed no signs of resentment, but also generously offered to foot the bill for the entire evening. After completing their purchases, the man escorted the girl safely back home. However, to avoid exposing herself, the girl chose to get off the car in front of her friend's house. Before parting ways, the man secretly presented the gift he had prepared as a meeting gift for the girl. Just as the girl was about to explain something, unexpectedly, her friend's brother returned at that moment. With no other choice, she quickly stuffed the man into the car and urged the driver to depart immediately. Fortunately, the driver didn't hesitate for a moment, allowing the girl on the cliff's edge to escape unscathed. Upon returning home, the girl opened the gift box handed to her by the man, only to discover a pair of exquisite high-heeled shoes inside. It turns out that the man had noticed earlier that the girl's shoes didn't fit well, and they had caused blisters on her feet after a day of intense dating. That's why he thoughtfully presented her with a pair of comfortable shoes. The next day, as the girl was about to search for coins to take the bus, a motorcyclist was approaching her. Luckily, the man who happened to pass by pulled her away in time. Under the influence of this ambiguous encounter, the girl's heart raced and fluttered with excitement. After shaking off the man, the girl quickly escaped onto the bus. With the help of everyone around, the girl reluctantly agreed to the man's invitation. However, on the day of the date, she discovered that the venue was a high-end restaurant she had never been to before. To ease the girl's discomfort, the man requested the waiter to demonstrate the proper way to eat steak. This gesture genuinely made the girl feel a bit more favorable towards him. Just as she was about to enjoy the meal happily, unexpectedly, she bumped into her least favorite boss. Upon hearing the boss and the man continuously belittling her, the man immediately picked up his glass and walked over. Then